Well, The Last of Us just ended. Well, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, some of us were away, didn't get a chance to watch it until we came back. But when we came back, it got watched.
Right.
So the season finale was what, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Tail end of May.
What did you guys think?
I loved it.
You loved the finale or the whole season?
I liked the whole season.
I like the season. I still like season 1 more than I like season 2, but season 2 is good.
I agree. Season one was,
in
in my
better.
opinion, was way better.
Yeah.
Well, because like anything else, it was the first time you see all these. What was the fungus called again?
Oof.
I can't remember this.
I don't remember.
Seraphites?
But anyway, the first time you see these fungus infected beings and stuff, it was amazing. It was like, holy crap! It's kind of like when Walking Dead first started.
Right.
Amazing, right?
But after a while, you get desensitized to it, and they have to come up with new ways. I like the end of the season when you started seeing the things embedded in the walls and stuff.
Yeah, that was cool.
It got better.
Part of the thing too when you watch a show like this that's adapted from a video game is not only do they have to world build for the show, but you as a fan are like comparing. You're like, oh well, how much is this like this?
That's all I
And-
did.
Yeah,
For the
well,
whole thing after playing both games.
and I'm sure
Yes.
they want you to do some of that, and they also partly want you to be like, well, hey, don't hold us accountable for what the show did versus the game, or the game versus the show, because we're separate entities.
Right.
So
I get I get you
like,
got to
strike the
change things a little
balance.
bit too.
Yeah.
The ending I thought was for me personally. I liked the way they ended it. And now
The
they're
last second,
the
the way-
last second
Me
when
too.
when they're shifting focus to the other character.
Well, I had a lot of questions. I'm like, what just happened? Did she die?
Are you talking about Manny?
Huh?
Are you talking about Manny?
Manny.
Manny.
What are you talking about?
Are you watching another show?
You sure
Could
you, didn't
watch
watch, you sure
something
you
else?
watched The Last of Us?
Yes.
What's the girl's name that they're focusing on now?
Ellie.
No, the other one.
Abby?
Abby. Yeah, the entire show.
Well, you said the last second, so I'm thinking at
Well,
the
yeah,
end
because
of the episode.
at the end of the episode, they shifted over to Abby and
It
showed
looked
her.
like she was going to shoot Ellie.
Well, no, at the end of yes,
But
they look
Manny,
like, but then
Manny wakes
immediately
Abby.
they shift over to her focus.
Uh-huh.
Right after the last scene, they showed that you heard the gunshot, and then the next when the scene opened back up, it was on Abby.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now that, well, we can say spoilers, obviously. That is kind of how the game did it. Where now you're shifting all your focus to the other character and kind of watching the same timeline
Yeah.
from her perspective.
Yeah.
To give you a little more context on why she is the way she is and what she does.
So now the next season. Well, I do like that because then we're going to get Joel back.
Joel
and
will come
everything.
back
That'll
into
be
it,
really
yes.
good. I like that.
And she's a good character and she's a great actress.
So we're going to start from Abby's perspective. So there won't be Joel or Ellie or anything in it at the
Probably
very beginning.
probably
It'll
not.
be like
I think it'll be more of the
her
Firefly
and how she
thing.
gets into that. Probably.
Yes, I'm assuming.
Did
that's
they
the
do
way
that
it
in the
is.
game?
Unless they do
Yes.
it differently.
Well, they're probably going to switch a few things, but
Yeah.
my biggest point of happiness is they're taking Bella Ramsey off for a little while. I don't know if you guys agree with me.
She's getting a lot of death threats.
I like her a lot more than
Death
you.
threats are so
I know you
stupid.
don't
I mean,
like her. I know you're not
think
threatening
she is-
her either.
Season
obviously.
1, I didn't think she did a bad job. But when they aged her going into season 2, they should have switched characters. They should have had somebody else play that role.
You mean actresses?
A
or
different
actors?
actress play, that role.
The one thing I like about this idea of what you're saying is probably coming in season 3 is something that they used to talk about with Walking Dead a lot, is that a lot of the villains, if you came in on their side of the story, they're the good guy. They don't seem that bad.
Right. Exactly.
And like, I know this is Walking Dead instead of this, but Rick and them did a lot of bad things.
They did a lot of bad things.
And if you looked at it from somebody else's perspective, and I'm hoping that's what they're going to do with this.
I'm
It
pretty
sounds
sure they will, yeah.
like a very good idea. I'm excited. I'd never played the game, so.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty good, solid season 3. Solid season 2. Take it or leave it.
Well, you're going to get much less of her then, and a lot more
which
of
I hope so because
Abby.
she just I don't think she does good in that role. I think it's rough. I don't think she has the acting abilities. I don't know. It's just
Well, little things like that guitar scene and stuff. I loved it.
that was a very good.
I
That
know
was
you
a
like
well
that
done
too,
guitar
yeah,
scene,
I
and
know.
then the scene where she is brutalizing that one girl down with the spores.
That was great.
I thought that
too.
was the best acting she had done in the entire season.
Yeah.
But as far as the other stupid things like the "I'm a dad" thing, now I'm like, oh my god. And I know that was
that's a
written, that wasn't her
different
fault.
kind of,
but her emotional
I'm a dad.
reaction to a lot of the things that happened, I just didn't think she had the acting chops to pull it off, and she didn't, in my opinion. So I think that season 2 was a really good opportunity to get a much better actress in that role because they aged her so much from season 1. And then she'd been through so
Oh, you mean
much.
they should have put
They
somebody
should have put
different
somebody
in there
else
right
that was a
then.
little older, a little more mature, than keeping her in that role. But as far as death threats against her because of an acting role, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard
Is
in
she
my life.
really getting death threats?
Yes.
I see memes all the time, and they're pretty funny. But I feel
The
bad.
memes are funny.
I feel bad for her because she's got to deal with it, and it's not her fault. You know what I mean?
No, she just did a
is who she
job,
is,
and
right.
she did a pretty good job.
So
at it.
I disagree. I think she did a terrible job in season 2. Season 1, I liked her. Season 2, I thought she was terrible. I just don't think she had the range to pull off what she needed to pull off. I mean, if you think about all the stuff that Ellie had to go through to get to be an adult, she'd be a much harder person at that point. And I don't think Bella Ramsey pulled that off at all. I'm not saying don't watch the episode or watch the season.
Yeah.
It's definitely worth a watch. And I think season 3, I'm hoping season 3 really brings it back and shows us how great that show could be because the games were so good.
Yeah.
It's just hard to believe you have that source material and you can't translate that to the screen. So
What was I gonna say? They got It looks like each season was 2 years apart. So by that logic, we should have season 3 in 2027.
Yeesh. I might not make it.
oh my God, Art, you better see
You're
if
gonna
you
have
can-
to
you better
run
send somebody.
run me through what's gonna happen in season 3.
Or we'll be really
well.
famous and we might not have time to talk about it then.
Oh, we're talking about it. I don't care if
Yeah, we
if
could
we have
have,
2.3 million subscribers by then.
we could have Joel on then.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Pedro?
Might swing by down to Studio S.
If
Mr.
he's not
Fantastic?
making 11 movies at the same time, I mean,
true.
it's right. He's very busy.
So to recap season 2, you liked it.
I loved it.
I thought it was mediocre.
I think 1 was better just because it was a surprise and everything was so new.
I think it was mid also.
Yeah, they could have done a lot better, I thought.
Yeah.
All right, but still, I'm not saying don't watch it. Watch it. It's entertaining. It'll be a good setup for season 3.
Yeah. Now I have to find a new show to talk about for the next 2 years.
Oh boy. Well,
Or
you
shows,
have
plural.
since we're going to do a pop culture segment,
Yeah.
Superman is coming out. And Nabil rents an entire theater out. And you can get tickets directly from him.
Yep.
And he does snacks and everything. It's a good time. We've been to a couple of the movies you have held in the studio or in the movie theater.
This might be
been
the nicest thing he's ever said to me.
I've been to all of them since you started inviting us.
I missed one.
He doesn't make a lot of them.
Yeah, there was a
but
trip.
I
whatever.
missed one. I was on vacation or
Yeah,
something.
whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Um,
But why don't you tell us exactly what you do and what people can do if they want to go watch?
yeah, so
Well,
since
this one's full.
24
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
Huh?
No, I
you-
got like 60 more seats to fill.
Holy shit. Why don't you
okay.
fact
I
check
thought-
before you run your mouth?
I thought you said
for
you didn't have
Christ's
any
sake.
room for any more people. And
When did I say that?
the last time when you had gotten the last numbers.
No, God! no, God, please, no! No!
Just please do your research before you run your mouth.
All right, sorry, go ahead.
So
Ridiculous.
since 2014, I've been renting out theaters at Marquee. Back then, I think the very first one I did was Winter Soldier, and that was fun. Started with the small theaters and slowly been working up. And for the last couple of years, our local theater has what's called MXC, which is probably equivalent to like Regal RPX or something equivalent. You know, big screen. You get the Dolby Atmos sound.
Atmos is amazing for those who haven't
the-
experienced it.
The chairs can do, besides just movement, you can do hot and cold regulation on them. It's all great. And for years, they've been fighting me on getting it. And I called up their corporate office and I said, what's the reason for this? And like, oh, you know, usually with the big ticket films, we're obligated to hold them in the big screen as they're headquartered in Virginia, so very southern people. And I said, okay, well, what do you have to have in the big screens that week? Well, we just have to have one for Jurassic World 7. I'm like, all right, well, you have 2 MXCs. I'm like, well, why can't I rent one? And then she kind of like had a pause and she's like, well, I don't see why you can't.
Oh, there it is.
And I,
So that's how you got it?
Did she say it like that, or did she? I don't see why you can't.
no, exactly.
Like that?
Yeah, she was a really nice lady. Her name's Robin, down at Marquee Cinema Corporate down in West Virginia.
Where's Virginia?
Country,
Country
Road.
Mama,
Oh boy,
take
Yep.
me home.
So
we haven't started. We're not doing karaoke yet, so
Right.
let's reel it in.
So we got 145 person theater, of which I've got about 80 seats filled. We're gonna do a Crypto, the Superdog sheet cake.
Now, crypto. He's not talking about the currency.
No,
He's talking about
Crypto, the
Superman's
Superdog.
Superman's dog.
Yeah.
Whose name is Crypto.
Yeah,
Okay.
Crypto with a K,
Okay.
because I think the other cryptos with a C.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
I bought a couple of first appearance comics from characters that are in the movie to raffle off for free.
Nice.
We're also going to have a paid raffle, which I usually do one of for charity. So this one is going to be a 50-50. and the half that doesn't go to the winner is going to go to the Dana and Christopher Reeves Foundation. You know,
That's
what
nice.
with Christopher Reeves being Superman, probably the most iconic Superman, I would say. Yeah.
Between him and Henry
I'd say
Cavill.
nowadays.
Yeah,
one
but
of
I
the
mean,
two.
like he did like 4 of those movies. Henry Cavill did.
He did quite a few movies. If you
Well,
look at
there was
Justice
the
League.
original Superman on TV, George Reeves,
George
too.
Reeves.
I mean, he was pretty famous.
No
for that.
relation, right?
No,
No,
it's his father.
No relation.
Oh. But so their foundation, he struggled with paralysis for years, so it's got a heavy focus on paralysis and like, helping people like find cures or ways to like be more mobile. So they'll donate to them and kind of tout the Superman connection. And I mean, it should be a great time. We're gonna see it a day before it officially comes out because we're cool like that.
No, obviously. Yeah. Do they know that our podcast crew is going to be there?
No, we're gonna surprise them.
Do on site.
Oh,
He don't have time to do that. He's got to do
He's
everything.
going to. No, he's going to do it.
I'll be
We'll do it.
mastering.
We'll do
Yeah,
an
you-
on-site quickie. What are
You'll
they called?
have to-
What are those quick
boy.
videos? Not a quickie.
What'd you
quickie.
put it up there? What'd you put
Yeah,
those
what are
little
things
tours
called?
of this
What are the
room? You
shorts?
did?
reel?
A short.
A short, yeah.
Shorts.
Sure.
Yeah,
You
we'll
gotta
do
you gotta mic me up.
Well, we'll mic you up. All right.
Yeah. So I mean that'll be fun. We got that in a couple. Today's what the
3 weeks.
it's a month
It's
from
July
now.
10th.
It's July 10th.
Okay.
So today's the 12th. So about a month.
Yeah. So if anybody wants tickets to that, you can get a hold of us here. Send a message.
And if I think you're cool, I'll totally say yes. And if I don't, I'll tell you that the seats are full, like I told Art.
He'll.
shit.
Oh, jeez.
What happened? Oh,
Oh yeah, they just sold out. You didn't get in under the wire.
apologize.
But yeah, so if you want tickets to that, leave a comment. What are they like? How much are they going to be?
$15.
$15.
Yeah, that's actually cheaper than if you were to go see Superman in the MXC there.
Plus, you get to hang out with us.
Yeah.
That's worth $15 alone.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to get to hang out with you because you have to sit right in the center.
With
Well, I gotta
Tina.
be where the sound is best. If
It's
you're
like
gonna-
going to the movies with Sheldon Cooper. You have to get the
I need
perfect
to-
acoustics.
I gotta be in the right seat. I'm sorry. It's just the way it goes. If I'm gonna be paying big bucks like Fitting, I gotta get my money's
There's
worth.
a lot of bucks.
Yeah, it's 15 singles if you go that way.
For $3, I'll take your picture there.
Ooh, 2.
Okay. See,
But my family really needs
Didn't
this.
say seat. That's good stuff. And also this past week,
Oh.
2 weeks ago, when did
Thursday the 6th.
the Nintendo Switch 2 came out?
Deuce.
The
have you been
Deuce.
playing it?
I have. I mean, we were talking about it before it came out, and Steve was kind of like, I'll wait. And Art's just like, I don't know what video games are. And then I was like,
You said there were no games that really grabbed you for it,
I mean, there were some good games coming
but
out. I
nothing
just-
you were worried about until something came out.
And plus, I wanted to see how much of a technological advancement they made on it. I don't know. Is it that much better than the Switch 1 to justify the cost of getting a Switch 2?
So here's how I can answer that, and I think it probably would depend on what kind of Switch you had before you got the Switch 2. So me personally, I had the Lite. I don't know if you've seen the Switch Lite, but
Yes.
it's just
just
a
like a
solid.
handheld.
Yeah, it's a solid piece. You don't plug it into your TV. It was like $100 cheaper, and it was designed purely for the person that wanted the mobile experience. They didn't care about the TV.
Right.
And actually, when I was buying the Switch 2, I'd kind of forgotten that it connects to a TV because I had the Switch Lite.
Right.
So as I set it up, I'm like, oh shit, I have the option to put this on my TV. I don't know why I didn't do this the first go around. So like to me, that feels like an upgrade. It's not actually an upgrade though. That's the same.
Right. Right.
How's the video quality?
Video quality is great. I believe it's 1080p.
No, it's got to be 4K by now.
Oh, you think so?
Well, I have the Switch 1, which is an OLED 4K. So I'm assuming. Let me check. Hold
I'll
on.
check right
Check because
Yeah, check the
the
stats.
OLED was the upgraded model. They didn't
Yes.
come standard that
Yeah,
way.
it was a Switch 1,
Right.
and then they had an upgrade to the OLED screen, but that only made a difference in the handheld.
Right.
If you have it hooked up your TV, I don't think there was much of a difference.
It would upscale depending on the definition.
Right. Well, Art's going to find out in 20 minutes, so by
Yeah.
the time he looks
Yeah.
this up, we'll be done with the segment.
now. Switch, is there a W in that?
Oh,
Yeah,
for
oh my
Christ's sake.
So I got 2 games for it.
Says 1920 by 1080 LCD screen.
So for the Switch 2.
HDR 10, yeah.
Yeah. Switch.
Yeah. So 1080p.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because you know why though? They'll do an upgraded model in the future and then charge you
Sure.
for it then.
Was that
See
quick
if,
enough?
see if it outputs 4K.
Does it output 4K?
You got to hit the button if you're going to talk to him.
Google.
Oh, my God. It's like having a senior citizen try to figure out a phone.
It came
Same
with
concept.
it came with Mario Kart World, which is fine. You know, you can play
love
with your buddies
Mario
and
Kart.
whatever.
Mario Kart was a great game.
Yeah, it's a standard. That's why they keep making it. And then I didn't play it for the Switch 1, but they made a Switch 2 version of the last 2 Zelda games. There was like Breath of the Wild and something else. So I got Breath of the Wild, and that is
Is
beautiful.
that what you want?
It's
Output 4K.
maximum output. Yeah, it outputs 4K.
Good. Yeah, so I mean, if you hook it up to a 4K, you're gonna get 4K, no upscaling.
Right.
That's cool. I don't have a 4K TV, so
What?
I know. I got 1080p.
Are we recording this in 2014?
Yeah.
Might as well be if you don't have a 4K TV. Jesus.
Maybe Black
Don't they
Friday.
have 12K out now or something?
8K for sure.
8K is definitely out. I think there is another advancement that's currently out.
Oh my God.
But as far as the Switch 2,
Yeah.
now it's hard for you to say because you never had the Switch
One.
1 plugged into your TV.
Right.
So you can't really give a good assessment.
No, but I can still give an assessment of the screen to screen and
The handheld
it's
version of it.
10 times better. Looks beautiful, especially this Zelda game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I never played it, but it reminds me of like Zelda if it were Skyrim.
So you're saying the handheld looks 10 times better than the Switch 1? Is that what
The
you're saying?
Switch Lite.
Yeah.
Switch Lite?
See, now if you did the Switch OLED for one, it might not be as drastic a
No,
difference.
yeah, but again, like that was that's like you know how like every system for the last
Mm-hmm.
decade or so they'll be like here's the regular and then a year or two later you get the
Pro version,
or
right.
this or that and it's all intentional. It's all marketing.
Of course.
bullshit,
Oh, yeah.
So they can double dip on your money. So
Hate the double dip.
That's all they do is double dip. They were talking about a new Xbox coming out.
they're
that's
triple
a handheld one too.
Yeah.
The
crazy.
Xbox Ally.
The Ally.
Yeah, it's
That's a
kinda
good
cool.
name.
It's well, you know what it is though. That's going to be more like a Steam Deck, where it's just going to be like a handheld Xbox to play your PC games.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
that makes sense. As long as, didn't they have one, a Steam box?
They do. It's called Steam Deck.
A Steam Deck. Yeah.
But this one
Never
is
tried that
Microsoft specifically, rather than the Steam Deck being owned by Steam and you get to play Microsoft games on it.
Right.
So Microsoft wants their cut.
I gotta be
course.
honest, I'm not a big fan of the,
Handheld.
no, I like handhelds. I love them. I used to play them all the time in the bathroom, till my iPad.
Gross.
Well, facts are facts. Anyway, I don't like digital games. I like physical media.
Yeah.
Personally.
I'm with you.
Me too.
You know, because
Yeah.
when you pay the same price, basically.
Right.
So for a physical disc or you download it, it's the exact same price for the game. And then at the end, you can sell the game if you want. If you have the disc, if you download it, you can't do anything with it. It's yours.
Right. And the industry usually pushes for them to continue with the physical media because places like GameStop and other ones that want you to trade it in are like, well, we don't want you to go digital because then we don't get any cut.
Well, GameStop's got to be huge into that, I think.
Oh yeah. I mean, they lobby for that shit hard. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure like they'll normally like flip that back on them and say, well, you know, we got 5,000 stores worldwide. You know, you really want to cut us out?
Well, I'm sure they would love to if they could.
Yeah.
There's also a new PlayStation Vita handheld, isn't? Or is PlayStation Portable 2 or something like that? Isn't there a new PlayStation handheld coming out?
I hadn't heard about it, but I mean, I
Art.
loved
Get on that, Art.
I loved the PSP.
PSP was great. PS Vita was a really good system, but they didn't really support it as much as they should have.
Right. I was gonna say, I never ended up getting the Vita because they didn't put out that many games for it.
I have like 9 of them down there to your left. I try to get every color.
Oh, great.
But that's mostly from garage sales.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I ain't spending a full price on them.
On that last like kind of segue note, we are in garage sale season. I mean, is there anything I learned of something this week that now I'm gonna look for at garage sales? But is there anything that you guys ever specifically look for? I mean, like I know you buy a ton, but there's got to be like something where you're like every time you get to a garage sale, that's like the first thing you're looking for.
Usually some video game related
Video
items. Yeah, I think mostly.
Yeah, you.
You?
Oh, the same thing. We're mostly looking for
So I
smaller things that we can sell. And
as a
ship
part of
easier.
trivia this week, do you remember what one of the trivia questions were that were
yeah.
about garage sales?
Garage sales.
Yeah.
Remember a garage sale question?
Yeah.
I remember the video game question this week with
What
the
was the garage
pictures.
sale question?
So they said that a lot of people at garage sales and swap meets look for
yes.
Craftsman handheld items
Oh,
because they have a
we used to.
lifetime warranty.
Right. We used to do that all the time.
That's
Yes.
cool.
Yeah, it is
I
cool.
love that. So like Sears doesn't even exist anymore, which is they used to be the exclusive distributor of them, but they still
That might be partly why Sears doesn't exist anymore.
because of a lifetime warranty through another company.
Well, who knows? Who knows what deal they had set up with them? Maybe they had to cover some of the cost.
Maybe.
And people were just going to garage sales, buying shitty Craftsman tools that broke and bringing them in and getting them replaced for free.
Shit, I would.
Well, we did that too. Absolutely. It
I
was
mean,
a
now I
great
wonder,
deal.
I wonder where you bring them now if you've got it. You just
Probably
gotta
got
call
to ship them
Craftsman
in, I would
directly.
think. Yeah. Some type of
Warranty does not cover
mail
shipping and handling.
exchange. That would be a problem because that stuff, some of that can weigh quite a bit. But as far as what we look for at garage sales, usually video game stuff, and that's where the problem is too, though. Because I don't know if you guys know, I collect a little video game stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a
You
very
don't say
hard.
that.
What?
I know.
Did you just start that?
It's been a couple. It's been, as the kids say, it's been a minute. Is that what they say? Do they still say that?
I think so.
It's been a minute. Is that thing still going? We're still going. Holy cow! This is amazing today. Yeah. So it's hard to sell things when I need them in my collection. So
Need is a strong word.
well, it depends on what you're collecting, I guess, right?
I don't think there's any video game that anybody needs, but
But honestly, we'll walk in a garage sale and just about anything there, if if it's a good price and we can sell it at a profit, we'll buy it.
Nice profit.
I mean, there's been so many things. Like one of the surprises you got over the years was the blow molds.
Oh yeah.
You know the
That was before. Everyone knows about them now.
you
But
know
there was Christmas decorations, big plastic Christmas decorations
like a
that they put
lawnmower,
outdoor.
the big
okay.
like
Yeah, they're called blow molds
Oh, okay.
because
I
that's
didn't
how
know
they
that
that's
was
how they
a
form them.
Yeah,
You
okay.
blow the mold into a mold. Blow
makes
plastic into a mold.
Yeah.
They are really cool, and I'm actually starting to use them myself. So those are kind of hard to buy and sell too now.
thing. Oof.
I kind of put them in my Christmas display.
You gotta cut down on them hobbies.
Oh my god, I have nothing else to do. This is
Nabil.
the newest hobby.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, but yeah, garage sale season is upon us. We haven't really gotten into it yet. I think.
Hopefully
you were
tomorrow.
away.
Hopefully
We gotta start
tomorrow.
making a
There's a
dent.
couple town-wide sales. I love going to them. They're fun. The interactions with some of the people that live it, that are having the sale. I enjoy negotiating. It's kind of fun. Plus, it's like a treasure hunt.
In
And I get
Canada,
to
they call it dickering.
Ooh, I don't think we can say that.
Art uses that term for something else,
Whoa.
so we got to be careful how we phrase things.
Give me an oh my.
Oh, man.
Oh my.
Yeah, I've been to garage sales in Canada actually.
Yay.
Yeah, we were coming back from somewhere, Toronto or like a Blue Jays game. And on the way back, we hit garage sales all the way back. In Canada. It was fun. A lot of Maple Leafs.
I mean, was there really a whole lot of
Maple
selling, or
Leafs.
did they just like negotiate you down to like no money, and they're just like, oh, here you go, bud, free.
Yeah, here you go, free, eh? Yeah.
Hey,
No. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I don't think Kylie liked it as much as we did, but whatever.
Well, she's not a
Well, she was she
A
was
man.
freeloading, still freeloading.
whoa
Suckered me into going to get dirt this morning,
snookered.
and I had to buy breakfast.
I was gonna
Figure
say,
that.
did you buy a meal too?
Oh, we had Taco Bell this morning.
Oh, nice.
Oh, how about what'd you guys get the other day for lunch?
Oh, the Korean corn dogs. Remember, we during our interview with my daughter, she brought up a new place, Mitsuba in New Hartford, over by Starbucks in that
Oh, that's
Consumer
been there for
Square.
a while, but yeah.
Well, new to me. I'd never been in there, but they have Korean corn dogs. You ever had one?
Yeah.
I had never had one.
They serve them at there's a place in Destiny that has them too.
Oh. Well, so Art got her all fired up to go get lunch, so I got suckered into going to lunch that day too.
I didn't make you buy for me. I went home.
Well, I even said, "You want to go?"
I
That's how
know.
nice and charitable I
You were
am.
relatively nice. So, what was it about them? You said you had to learn something. There was
They
something you
have-
didn't.
they
Oh
have
yeah, they didn't have
three
dogs.
different versions. They have one with all hot dog. Then they have one with like half a cheese stick and half a hot dog. And they have one that's all cheese stick.
Now the
had-
half cheese stick, half hot dog. Is it lengthwise? So half of it's cheese and half.
Cheese was on top, hot dogs on
Oh, I
bottom.
would like it if it was both.
Around the hot
Yeah.
dog would have been better, I think, too.
I've had the cheese
But I
dog
didn't
one.
know what I was ordering. So I ordered there's like a Cheetos one that I wanted to try. So I got excited. And then
But it wasn't a hot dog.
she was trying to explain it to me. And she had a little bit of an accent. And I wasn't picking up what she was saying. And I didn't question it because I didn't want to be an idiot.
And you're kind of
So I'm like, oh, I don't know. No, this one. This is the one I want.
You were kind of distracted because you like accents.
Yeah, their accents are great.
See,
guess.
I didn't even know.
Have you
I
had the
just-
hot dogs there?
Yeah.
I mean, the dog.
The corn dogs.
Yeah, I had
Well,
the
I ended
I've
up
had the
getting
cheese dog
one. I had them put ketchup on it because I like ketchup on my corn dogs. And I took a bite into it. It was all cheese. I'm like, what the hell kind of friggin' Korean corn dog is this? And then my daughter explained it to me. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense now. So
Why didn't she explain it to you
well,
first?
I think she likes to do things that surprise me.
What'd
You
she
know,
get?
Sounds about right.
She got some ramen and she got a half and half.
Oh.
So half cheese, half corn dog.
Nice.
It was good though. I mean, with the Cheetos around it. The ketchup was a little weird on it because it was just a cheese stick basically with Cheetos around it.
Right. You probably should have had like marinara.
Something. Yeah.
You just reminded me of that hot dog house or dog Utica Dog House.
Utica
Yeah.
Doghouse. Yeah, we're doing that review soon.
We have to do something with
On
that. I
location.
really want to try those hot dogs.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
look good.
I told Al about it.
We got to schedule something, work something out with you guys.
On location review with that.
Yeah, on location.
I know he wants to try
Yeah,
it
I
too.
know he was getting a little sad yesterday, thinking that we were gonna do it today without him, and I said no.
No.
We're gonna wait for him. Al,
Yeah.
I don't know if you watch this, but we're gonna wait
Come on,
for you.
Al.
We're even gonna do it at the store.
Nice.
We're not gonna have all this fancy equipment, something where we can do.
Oh yeah.
We can't, I'm gonna have to do that live instead of recorded. But
You want to get any other effects in while you're there?
what do we got here?
How you doing?
Oh,
Yeah, there it is. That's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, we'll do that review next week, maybe or the week after at Ravenswood. I think that'll be fun. Well, now we're doing interviews. We're gonna do on location reviews. We're getting big. We're up to, I think my last check was 34.
well into
subscribers.
the 30s.
Well into the almost mid 30s. If only the person with 1,000 followers would help out a little bit. I think
That
that,
would be nice.
Very beneficial to us.
Hey, I did just get signed on to the Instagram today. So
Oh, you
that's
did?
Yeah.
Yeah, finally. And was that as hard as you thought it was going to be?
No,
Oh, so easy.
It was so easy after you've been doing nothing for 3
I'm
weeks.
pretty sure I said that too in the beginning.
but you know
He was
what?
very nervous that he wasn't going to get back
I
into
had-
his instinct.
I had your hand to help hold me.
What? That sounded
I don't know if
weird.
that was worded right. It sounds
Yeah.
kind of weird. Sounds kind of
Is
perverted.
this your
the way you said
second
it.
language?
This is ESL. You taking ESL. You're working on it today. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Oh my God. Well, any more pop culture items we need to touch on before we end
Anything
this?
new in
Just
comic?
probably not
Anything big in
touch on anything.
comics?
Oh God. Is there anything new
Anything
in the
big
comic
coming up
world?
in comics? No big crossovers, or I mean, they're doing all the absolute stuff now, right? That's all in the middle of that.
Yeah, it's summer. I mean, like, you know, they figure a lot of this stuff's already in full swing. You know, Doctor Doom took over the world 5 months ago. That's still going for another 4 months.
Oh, wasn't there a new Doom one out yesterday?
Yeah, issue 5 of 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this.
Was it Doom Takes Over or
Down-
something like
Dr.
that?
Doom took over the world, and now we're seeing the effects of it.
Huh.
It's called One World Under Doom.
Oh, wow. It's like almost
But see, the
Justice for
problem is
Doom.
when you're just a man with powers, you know, and you try to take over, other big powers notice.
He knows.
Yeah.
Why are you telling him?
Thank
No,
you.
I
He is
was-
a man with powers.
I was alluding to the fact that in the next issue, Dormammu comes to challenge him.
Ooh, I like
Dormammu, he's come to bargain. And unfortunately, Doctor Doom...
Wasn't that the one that was
That's
in
in-
Yeah, Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange?
That's
yeah,
in the
yeah.
next issue.
Of One World Under Doom, yeah. So unfortunately, though, Doctor Doom is not Doctor Strange, and he's a little more... he's kind of a dick,
I like
for
him
lack of
already.
a better term.
I like him already.
Sure, but he's not as inventive. When you're a dick, you kind of take things head on. Giggity.
Oh boy.
So, but Doctor Strange, you know, was a little
was
bit
a
more
good one.
inventive in stopping Dormammu. So
Dormammu.
we'll see if Doctor Doom can beat him. Maybe he can't. We don't know.
Well, time will tell. A couple episodes or a couple books
And
left.
so will we. We will tell.
We will tell. You'll tell. I'm not going to read any of this stuff. I don't
You
think.
might.
You don't read anything.
I read stuff. I listen to stuff.
Nice
Audible.
House by the Sea.
I haven't even read the season yet. I haven't
Money
started
Shot
the first one.
comes again.
Oh, those aren't. Are those? They have words in those?
Yes.
I'm getting uncomfortable.
Yeah, me too. It's probably a good place to. Probably a good place to call it a day. I think on that. No.
All right.
All right. So I think we touched on quite a bit today. It was good. We're back now. So weekly, as long as Nabil can show up.
Maybe even bi-weekly.
Okay.
Oh.
Is bi-weekly twice a week or every other week?
I'm
Or
pretty
is it
sure
both?
it's twice a week. Semi-weekly would be every other week.
I think bi-weekly.
Is-
It might be able to be used for both,
Wow.
but that's technical.
We're
Actually-
I'll look into it. I'll look into
Look
it.
into it. And next episode, we'll discuss bi-weekly
Wow.
and see where that goes.
All right. No flags.
All right. No flags. Boom.
No flags.
Thank you for watching Two Studs and a Dud. Please like, subscribe, and share this video.